No, this unfortunately is not clickbait. This is the real effing deal right now. U.S. government has been cracking down on crypto and cracking down on Bitcoin, and nobody is out there talking about this. Nobody is covering what has happened. You have everyone from the IRS, the CFTC, and the SEC all opening and slapping people with cases, going in there and shutting things down, slapping fines. They've had enough. I'm telling you, nobody is really talking about this, and it's about to get a lot worse. But listen, it's going to get very interesting too. If this continues, and if this unfolds the way I suspect it is going to unfold with the U.S. government cracking down on crypto, I do believe this will result in something extremely exciting happening before the shit really hits the fan. So make sure you watch this video all the way through so you don't miss out on what I'm talking about. Also, you can see up here right now the price of Bitcoin at the time of recording this video is reacting negatively to some news that just came out. I suspect it is going to get worse, and what's very interesting is we are decoupling from the S&P 500 as of this hour, which is really unusual because we have been tracking and tracing the S&P 500 almost religiously. I expected us to decouple for different reasons, not because the CFTC decided to take action against a big exchange. Now, don't forget that Bitcoin is a topic that YouTube hates, absolutely despises, finds it disgusting. If you love Bitcoin, if you love cryptocurrency, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Most importantly, I need 1,000 likes, please. Give me 1,000 likes. I'm begging you, 1,000 likes on this one. Also, comment. Tell me what you think of today's video as well. But let's carry on to the craziness that is happening right now. Crypto trading platform BitMEX attempted to evade U.S. regulations according to the CFTC. This is not an investigation. This is not an accusation. This is an actual charge. The U.S. CFTC has went ahead and charged BitMEX, BitMEX. The exact charges right here is the CFTC charged BitMEX with executing futures transactions on an unregistered board, offering illegal options, failing to register as a futures commission merchant, failing to register as a designated contract market, failing to implement proper know your customer rules and other accounts. Let me move myself out the way so you can see these for yourself if you have not already seen them. This, guys, is not small news. This is a very big deal. Now, if you have been in this space long enough, you've seen this before. And if you've seen this before, you should already know this music. And I'm going to tell you how the beat of this is going to go. It always starts off with one. BitMEX was first. Guarantee you the next one is going to probably more than likely be Bybit. And then after Bybit, any of the big ones that came in behind it, as far as the CFTC going after them. I guarantee it. It's how it started in 2017. You remember in 2017 when all of a sudden BitConnect started getting under investigation? Then from BitConnect, it went to all the other platforms trying to be like BitConnect. And what happened was the U.S. government started sending cease and desist letters, one after another. That entire Ponzi scheme model fell apart and got destroyed. The market, it actually impacted the price of Bitcoin as well. People started pulling their money out. It caused a panic. That is going to happen again. It's already started. And you see, this is actually not the first, in my opinion. I don't think the CFTC going after BitMEX was actually the first trigger pulled by the U.S. government against the crypto world. Don't forget SALT. I don't have the article pulled up, but I'm sure you guys heard about it. SALT has been told by the SEC that it has to pay back all the investors from the ICO. They also have a cease and desist put against them as well. So SALT was a lending cryptocurrency style company. Basically one of the first ones who were trying something similar to what DeFi is today, but the SEC already is cracking down on them. Things are getting real. And But wait, there's more. If you remember one of my previous videos, I talked about the fact that the IRS is offering $625,000 to any kind of code breaker, to anybody out there who can track Monero. Well, guess what? Chain Analysis and a Texas firm has said, hey, we will take the Pepsi challenge. Chain Analysis and Texas firm win $1 million IRS contract to crack Monero. This is a pretty serious thing because tools like Monero are something that is utilized by a lot of your whales and original traders in this space. They get in, they wash, they get in, they wash, they trade some more, they wash. Okay, the term of cleansing your coins is called washing, right? They wash them, or some people call it tumbling, all right? So they utilize Monero as one of the tools for tumbling, for the privacy sake, to evade taxes, to evade, I don't know, any kind of regulations, or just they want the privacy. It's digital money that's not tied to any governments, and they feel that they should have it in private and they shouldn't have to pay taxes. Granted, I don't feel doing things illegally is the right way, but I also can tell you right now, with the IRS willing to spend this kind of money and chain analysis getting on board, you have to remember, chain analysis is the entity that has blown the tops off of most of your legal enterprises in the Bitcoin and Ethereum space. Anything ERC20 or BTC related, they have been able to successfully track. They have webbed wallets. They have identified wallets that even belong to criminal enterprises, drug enterprises, cartels, freaking sex trafficking rings, child pornography rings. Chain analysis has successfully done that and flagged wallets and gotten people prosecuted. In some cases, they have even been able to help. Check this out. We don't know how they do it, but in some cases, they haven't been able to even help recover lost Bitcoin or Bitcoin that these entities try to hide. Recover these. I mean, do you not see something wrong with this? A company like Chain Analysis successfully pulling this off. You ever notice that whenever you see like a DOJ or any kind of government entity go and they arrest someone, prosecute them, all of a sudden their Bitcoin's up for auction? Like, do you really think every single person is going to give up their Bitcoin? There's something wrong here. You know what I'm saying? They never tell. They never ever tell how they get a hold of Bitcoin. But listen, this isn't it. This isn't it. There's more. Yes, there is more in case people have been sleeping. SEC alleges a big talking Florida crypto investor defrauded clients of $6.8 million. SEC seeks trial of Swedish national over alleged fraud that took $3.5 million in crypto. If you were to sit there and take the time, you can find these all over the place. And this is fresh. This isn't old news. This is fresh stuff that's appearing almost every single day. The U.S. government is opening a new case. The U.S. government is coming in there and interfering. The U.S. government is paying money to track your crypto. Things are about to get very real, and I'm telling you, it's already impacting us now. As of the time of the recording of this video, which it's 11:51 right now, okay? The price of Bitcoin's at 10,506. It has dipped down to 10,424. Now, this is the 1 hour candle. If you look at the S&P 500, which we have been tracking, right? We have been joined to at the hip almost religiously, we have decoupled. This is an official decoupling of the S&P 500 trend that we have been following. This is very unusual. This right here we have seen before. Again, in 2017, when we saw those crazy regulations starting to kick off and kick in because of the Ponzi schemes that existed at that time. I've seen this before. I have. Now, I'm not saying that this is entirely bearish. Okay, I'm not saying this is gloom and doom. I'm saying that we're probably going to suffer for a little bit. But there's also a possibility, another possibility that can come out of this. The other possibility is a lot of your OGs are starting to see the writing on the wall, and they're starting to see what's happening to the U.S. government. And they also notice that the global governments, because remember, the U.S. is not unique to this, global governments have been doing on the daily new prosecutions and fines and all kinds of lawsuits as well. Okay, the writing is on the wall. The future is very clear what's going to happen. It would not surprise me if the crypto OGs and the crypto whales and a lot of your bigger entities that can see the writing on the wall say, listen, let's do one last big hoorah. One real big one. Let's do it. It wouldn't surprise me if you see the market go parabolic at some point. And it'd be unprecedented. It would be unpredictable. It would just happen as a moment of a big, massive cash out. It wouldn't surprise me. Now, it would also, I'd be very interested to see what will happen to Bitcoin. I think altcoins at that time, if that moment were to actually happen, I think altcoins would literally go through the moon. I do. I think they would pump everything insanely. I'm skeptical that Bitcoin would get that kind of growth. If Bitcoin can successfully get that kind of growth, if that moment happens, if Bitcoin can jump to 20, 30, 40K, right? That means that the institutions with their paper Bitcoin don't have as much control as I think they do over the price of Bitcoin. But if all the altcoins start going parabolic, insanely parabolic, and Bitcoin gets stuck with some sort of a roof or very slow progression and does not keep on pace with all the altcoins, then it's very clear at that point that Bitcoin no longer belongs to us or even the whales. It is definitely something controlled by the paper Bitcoin market, such as the CME. The other thing that I think will also be taking off pretty heavily if that happens is the DeFi world. But here's what I find really unique. This news, right? The news of the SEC, the IRS, the CFTC, every other acronym in the U.S. government has not impacted. Look at this. Look at the TVL right now of the DeFi world. It's at 11 billion. It was at 11.4 billion roughly about 25 minutes ago. So it was at 11.4. So we did lose a little bit of money, but it's still holding strong at $11 billion. So it's not reacting as heavily as the price of Bitcoin is to this crazy news that's coming out today as far as BitMEX. I'm telling you, BitMEX is not going to be the last one. Bet you Bybit and a couple of the other ones like FEMEX are going to be next. I guarantee it. I've seen this before. But DeFi, if they do a last two raw kind of thing, I think DeFi is going to be another one of those. It's going to be part of that last two raw, but DeFi, I believe, won't disappear afterwards. I don't. It's too profitable, and it's done a lot of your wells. It's just made them too much money. Now, one last thing I want to talk about since we're on DeFi, I actually did a fireside chat before I did this video with the team from SwingBuy. And I'm going to go ahead and include them in today's video because what I learned about them today is absolutely massive. And I need to move myself out the way for this. I saved the best for last because only those who watched the video this far, I feel, are worthy of learning about this early. So basically, they call it a warp speed protocol for inter-blockchain swaps, okay? Now, this is why this is so unique. So they have something called Skybridge, which allows you to instantly move your crypto assets or basically do your swaps. Now, we're all familiar with swaps. We're also very familiar with the fact that all your swaps are done in the ERC20 ecosystem. This gives you a multi-asset protocol. This whole platform, the platform itself is blockchain agnostic. They have a SwingBuy token, which is built on the BEP2, right? This right here, I'm telling you guys, is freaking massive. If you understand anything about DeFi, just looking at this and me just explaining you what they're doing right now is massive. They are on testnet right now. They're fixing to go live here soon. They haven't really told me when or announced when, but they are fixing to have something going live soon. And then their testnet, when they were just test firing this thing, $15 billion worth of Bitcoin got transitioned over into Binance. Back and forth. $15 billion on a testnet. $15 billion. That right there tells me that this is not something that the retailers have been waiting for. This isn't an institutional. This is this is VC, venture capitalist style kind of project that people are watching right now. I'm telling you, this is a massive opportunity. This is something that I think is going to be a game changer in the DeFi space. Now, do a little bit of research on the team. I've done so as well, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but go in there and really research the team and see where they came from. I know where this thing is heading. I can tell you that right now. I know where this thing is heading. This is going to be fire. And like I said, it's DeFi related. And they're offering a Skybridge, what they call a Skybridge. They're offering a protocol that allows you to move multi-assets instead of just being stuck to ERC20. Now, Bitcoin is relevant to DeFi and no KYC. So it stays true to the whole DeFi protocol. Because if you look at anything that's trying to onboard DeFi, or Bitcoin, into the DeFi space, it's heavy with KYC, so it's not truly DeFi. This is sexy as hell, guys. But listen, that's all I have for today. I'm really confident in things like SwingBuy because it's part of DeFi, and I feel like DeFi is going to do well no matter what you see happening with the CFTC, the IRS, or even the SEC. Okay, that's just my thoughts, guys. But listen, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.